Unfortunately, we are having to move all the stuff out of the shop.
Well, we're on the second move for the cows in the sheep paddock or the sheep fields. I think it's working out good. You know, we're back here already with the sheep, checking on them. So now we're able to utilize what we can with the cows. And I mean, look at this grass. I've given them 4 nets, or actually 3 nets, excuse me, and then they have a little piece of barbed wire over here. But they've got tons and tons of grass. Sheep are right here, so the waters are pretty easy. The chargers are pretty easy. Trump's warm. One good thing is the next move they'll be, well, they get shade over here, but the next move will put them actually in that tree right there. The only one's not back here is Petey, Quarantino, and Allie. The only reason we don't have Quarantino back here is for not really any purpose other than it just gives Petey someone to be with when Allie's with their baby, so he won't freak out. Because he was nursing on that one right there. So, not that it was making her poor, but we want that for Rosie, not for Petey. Although we want Petey to grow pretty quickly, we didn't want him doing it with another cow's milk. We want to try to use every aspect of our land, and we don't want to waste any. So we know if we go on a bush hog and bush hog this, it is easy. It's the easy button. But why? Why don't we utilize it the best way we know how, which is, hey, let's let the cows get on it. So I'm real pleased with it so far, and they've done great in here. Oh, turn their net on. Let them have a good 2 or 3 days in here before we move them back to the house paddocks.
Unfortunately, we are having to move all the stuff out of the shop. Getting a guy to come in, and we're gonna spray all of basically the joints of this place so that it doesn't allow like roaches and spiders and stuff like that in and out. And it's just a way where it keeps junk from getting in, because this was built for mostly like our food storage, some of our bee stuff, and we really don't need rodents and critters crawling in. But it's something that we've kind of been postponing to do because obviously it's an expense. We're going to get this cleaned out so we can get that done, And this is basically gonna turn into where our feed goes, our bee stuff goes. We'll designate certain areas. It's just time to get some organization going on up in here.
Well, we've got all the stuff unloaded. Half of it's in a truck, half of it's in another barn, half of it's in the greenhouse. It's just a mess. But I want to show you why we're doing all this. So look at all this. I might be addicted. I may have a problem. It's one of my work trucks. I think Aiden thinks it's his truck, huh? Is this your truck?
Yes, my truck.
It's your truck?
Yes.
I won't let you just drive this thing.
No.
It does look pretty nice.
You
huh?
can have the 1500.
No, this is mine. You get the gray one.
No.
The reason we're doing this and doing all this work to insulate that building is we're going to start, buying a year's worth of feed basically on top of what we're trying to grow. And, again, we have our cattle that's eating grasses and sheep and all that, but we're going to try to buy the supplemental feed in years as a year process. So that way we can get the best price, because usually we can do it at the first year. Also, that helps us not have to worry about the inflation of the feed, the commodity market for the next year. It allows us just to be on top of our game. So we're trying to be smarter with our financials and budgeting of our farm. Not only what we make, but also what we spend. And what we spend, we want to make sure that we're being good stewards and not just buying a bag at a time. So when you buy in bulk like this, not only are you buying, this is over almost 10,000 pounds worth of feed. Typically you get a discount if you buy 20 bags, which is 1,000 pounds, 40 bags if you're buying 2,000 pounds. Well, I bought, almost 100 bags. So that's when you really start getting some major discount. Actually, excuse me, I'm wrong. This is 200 bags of feed right here. So a lot of feed.